In 2014 we realised that the amount of expenditure on infrastructure in northern New South Wales was going to very quickly outstrip the labour force required to complete those works. Recognising that fact, to make sure that we could skill up hundreds of people to be able to take the jobs that were coming, North Coast TAFE took the approach that we would start a pilot in those days to see what we could achieve using the Certificate 3 in civil construction plant operations to get a workforce ready to go at a basic entry level. That pilot was run out of Tweed Heads. It was a partnership with Tweed Shire Council, North Coast TAFE and All Excavations Training. Many of the graduates from that course went on to pick up work immediately, and we realised that we were onto something and that this was a way that we could start to meet that huge market demand. The pilot at Terranora started with 20 people while we worked out how to do this, and we've worked out how to be able to scale this. So this site that we're on today, even with all its mobile facilities, at its peak sometimes has 40, 50 and up to 60 people on a day because of the scalability of the site. We bring in the equipment, the trainers and the classrooms as required, and we've learnt how to do that quickly so we can open up new sites in a matter of weeks. We can train those that require training and we can move that site on, because from the word go, this was all about how to be able to scale this operation quickly and move it just as the civil construction industry operates. And we've been able to open this training up to people coming through the job actives, through the job network providers and various other providers, to having hundreds of people in training in multiple sites every day, and we've put nearly 1,000 people through this program over the last 18 months. Even though we're using much smaller equipment, this is so that we don't need hectares of ground, but every skill that these students are learning, right through from the workplace health and safety sign-on to how they communicate with each other, is how they'd be expected to do it once they go out to work. And everything that the instructors are having them do here today is a scaled down replica of what they'd be doing on site. So the operation up at Terranora, we learned a lot from. We piloted the PODS program, which is a portable on-site delivery system, where we use these converted shipping containers. So obviously we can bounce these on and off trucks. And this is what we would generally use in industry when we're setting up new sites. The one you can see behind me here, there's 3 containers here which are joined together to make one large classroom. That classroom can be set up in a matter of hours. And these pods that you can see behind me here, they're going on a truck in the morning and they'll be operating in Nambucca next Wednesday when that class kicks off down there. The key to any training program is obviously the quality of the trainers, and what we've tried to do is pick out the strengths of everybody involved. So TAFE has a couple of very good trainers involved, very passionate trainers who are very good at coordinating these projects and taking the people as they first come in the door. We spend weeks with them teaching them workplace health and safety, communication, reading and interpreting plans, measurements and calculations. We also work with anybody who's got literacy issues, learning issues, so they get a lot of support early in the piece. But then we recognise the strength of taking people out of industry. So the trainers working on the site here today, they've all come directly from industry, and in fact some of them are 2 and 3 weeks out of industry, others are a couple of months out of industry. I hope that as we expand this, that we'll expand this use of subject matter experts and people from industry into new areas where we'll teach people well and truly above and beyond the training packages.
Groundbreaking construction course in northern New South Wales is proving life-changing for students in an area with one of the state's highest unemployment rates. More than half of today's 50 graduating students are Indigenous, giving hope the situation may be turning around for the better.
Ricky Brown has had a tough run. As a guard at Grafton Jail, he lost his job when the jail was shut down. But an innovative new construction course is giving him hope.
We had to get into it early in that, before everyone else does, I suppose, because it's going to be a very popular course.
He's excelled from the hands-on approach to learning.
Everyone likes playing with a Tonka truck when they're kids, and I think as you grow up, you just get bigger Tonka trucks.
Teachers knew getting away from the talk and chalk of the classroom was critical.
It's about actually getting out on the machines and getting out on the land and actually doing things that people connect more to.
The construction course neatly helps with two regional issues. The area has major road infrastructure projects, but also high levels of unemployment, particularly among Indigenous youth.
A lot of the troops here are from various Aboriginal communities around the place. Haven't had a lot of opportunity to do this kind of training.
When I first got on, a bit nerve-wracking, I was sitting up there like, what am I doing on a machine? I never thought ever in my life I'd get on something like this, but it felt somewhat empowering.
Jeff Green has been teaching people in the construction industry for years, but he's found this project the most rewarding.
You can see they suddenly feel like they're worth something, or they suddenly feel like they've got a skill that makes them somebody.
This class is a remarkable success story. Many have industry jobs already lined up.
We've achieved something, and we can. One of the teachers said the other day, now you're operators, you need to, step forward and operate, and that's a good feeling.
These graduates are breaking down barriers in the region. Shubha Krishnan, ABC News, Grafton.